We've been waiting for this moment. Generations of innovation all coming together in one place. A pedigree of more than 70 years of NASCAR Cup Series history, from the past to the present, from Petty to Earnhardt to Elliott. Today, there's no more waiting. The future of NASCAR is now. Drive the next-gen cars today on iRacing and step into the next generation of racing.
Hello there. Sorry guys, some technical difficulties coming into the race tonight. I am currently working those out so you guys don't hear a ton of feedback throughout the night. Want to make sure that we get all the best noises for you while we're going through this race. Qualifying just got wrapped up and we will go through your top qualifiers here in just a moment. Want to make sure we get this all squared away. So apologies. Right one. All right. We are currently working in some OBS stuff, and I think we currently are working it pretty good. If you guys are watching tonight, please let me know how it sounds from there. And we should be good to go. So, want to make sure you guys aren't getting too much feedback from them. Currently, your fastest warm-up gentleman is Bill Stringfellow, but to kind of take you through how things are going to rock, we will show you the grid once these guys line up. Squaring away these technical difficulties as we go. Long day, so if you got a favorite out there, be sure to make your way to this next screen that I pop up. So your qualifying results should pop up on the screen here. Tonight's pole sitter is Dakota Camper and that number 3. Followed by John Houston, Christopher Barker, Alex Bahiri, Blake Witowski, your favorite almost every week, Bill Stringfellow in the 6th, Josh Anderson, 7th, Stephen Shue, 8th, Larry Fairman, 9th, Andrew Smith is starting out in the 10th position, Bobby Kyle, 11th, Ryan Gomes, 12th, Greg Pillar, 13th, Mike Chivers rolling off 14th tonight, Matthew Gall in the 15th position, Chris Melton is rolling off 16th, Casey Ellis 17th, and to finish out your field tonight, Jim H. Jones will be taking and rounding out the field tonight. As these guys are going to finish up good old warm-up time, we'll get you the right ticker. We've got 24 seconds left here. My name's Kai. Welcome to K&S Sim Productions, brought to you by Moza Racing and a proud partner with them. If you guys have any, basically any needs for Moza, make sure you hit the links down below. But tonight's sponsor is brought to you by Epic Water Filters. Use all of your filtering needs tonight. And we are here at Charlotte for 100 laps on this 1.5 mile racetrack. We'll get some more details once this pops over to the grid. Your pole sitter, though, for the night is Dakota Camper, as we are going to shift a little bit into a little bit of a start right here. pretty good. We'll roll through your grid one more time so all you guys can see out there where your favorite drivers are starting tonight. And some good old details for tonight's Epic Water Filters 150. 24 degree banking on your turns and 5 degrees on the front and the backstretch. This also have a configuration for not only 2 road courses, one for the Legends and one for the Cup cars. We also have an oval on the front stretch that takes place as well. If you were focused on the sky cam, you'll see that that goes basically down pit lane about 2/3 of the way through a pit lane, and those guys do some circles around there. But tonight's race here at Charlotte, 100 laps. These guys are aching to go. We've got a close points battle going up here at the front of the field. As you can see, Dakota Camper leading your pack with 207 points. Chris Melton in second. Chris Phillips, who did not make it tonight, is in third. And everyone back from that, from Dougie through your top 10, is pretty close on points. But the most important thing for these guys tonight, they're looking for that points championship, as the winner of this league gets to choose the car for next season. Let me know how it's looking in the chat, or in the video of this chat. If you guys notice anything wonky tonight, it's skipping, anything like that, please let me know. We will have all the sights and sounds of racing over the next hour, hour and a half. A little update from yesterday's truck series over at Roughneck Racing. Alex Bahiri was your winner of that race. Crazy last laps incident. It took him almost from 7th to 1st, and he was able to come out on top in the Mickey Davino 100. These guys are going to get ready to go green here, and we are going to have all the goods for you on this. Dakota Camper is going to go into that restart zone, but on this first start, it's always on the green flag. We're going to lead these guys, and we are green here for 150 at Charlotte. Going into turn 1 here. 2x2x2, nothing too crazy. The backside of these drivers are basically single file all the way to the back. Dakota's going to lead them into 3. Houston blinking a little bit. You could get some notifications from race control to race a little lighter so he doesn't cause any incidents behind him. But after turn 1, you are side by side with Dakota and Alex Bahiri, racing for that lead. Alex was using that outside lane last night, gained a 3-second lead, ended up on older tires, not pitting, and lost the lead. Huge wreck on the track last night, and it catapulted him all the way up to the front. Bill Stringfellow, pretty good start there. Currently up 3 positions from the start. Andrew Smith as well, up 5 positions in that number Ford. Coming down the backstretch, Alex Beery has taken the lead from Dakota. Little dangerous though. Alex does tend to burn up the tires a little bit. Dakota trying to come back on that inside, as Bill Stringfellow is currently hunting both of these folks down, and Andrew Smith as well in the 4th position is up 6 spots now in that number 4 Ford. These guys are in the beginning of this race. Nothing too crazy. We hope we don't see a caution too early. Towards the back of this pack, Ryan Jones in that 55 Cat Equipment car. Currently up 3 spots into the 3rd position. Getting pretty tight there though. Almost scrubbing the wall just a hair. Gotta be careful. These next gens can take some damage, but as it adds up, you will see that they will forget some fast repairs and take damage thinking it's nothing. Mike Chivers up 3 spots here in that 0-5. Rocking that beautiful wolf paint scheme as he hails from the great state of Alaska. Back up front, Alex Bahiri has taken the lead pretty good. Made it a single file. Andrew Smith has made it his way past Mr. Bill Stringfellow, as Blake Witowski also has too. Looks like Bill's just getting trapped on that inside lane there a little bit. We'll see from his point of view what is going on. You're on board with Bill Stringfellow. On his inside is Chris Barker, been one of your top 3 finishers in the Roughneck Truck Series. Bill kind of bottling around the field just a little bit, maybe saving some tires. Go up front here with another big mover. Andrew Smith up 8 spots right now. Hails from the great state of Tennessee. And we will adjust some stuff so you guys can see their numbers. He is running the number 4 Ford. Make sure that we get all this stuff squared away, all the good looks, and take you back up front. Pretty good single file back here. We're going to be coming about 9 laps into this race. These guys, word on the street, can make it about 42 laps on the field. It is a 2-stop race, so you may see some early takers splitting it into thirds tonight. Andrew Smith, Blake Witowski did make their way up into the top 3. Blake looking pretty fast in that awesome 31 Chevrolet tonight. He's up 2 positions from the start of this race. No real battling, kind of working their way out like Daytona a little bit. Looks like we may have an issue back here. Matt Gall maybe just taking it slow there with Mike Chivers, followed by Bobby Kyle and Greg Hiller. Great man who always tends to join us every week. Jim H. Jones, Chris Melton, and Casey Ellis are rounding out the back a little bit. Don't want to cause any issues too early. Steven Shue, maybe some early race incidents that got him stuck back here all by his lonesome. Chris Barker right here, currently in the 5th position. He is down 2 spots, but probably just riding the wave like he did last night. Was really calm, came up through the field after an early incident, and made his way to a top 3 finish last night. If you guys don't know us, we're American Sheepdog Racing. We race every Thursday, about 4 races left in this season here. We will be back in the end of September with our duels at the end of the month, followed by Daytona. We will do one last put them together schedule, and starting in 2025, the beautiful league of ASDR will be starting a next-gen / Xfinity series that will take place every Thursday following the real-life schedule and alternating between those cars. Both cars will have separate point systems, and we will take a break every 4 weeks of racing. These guys get an awesome break from racing, and we can do some fun runs, maybe some trophy trucks in our plays. We would even have the fun runs broadcasted. So if there's anything you guys want to see on those fun runs, does look like Dakota Camper is making his way back up side by side. Andrew may have just used up those tires a little too much. 14 laps into this run. Making sure that the stream is all good to go. Yeah, so a little bit about Epic Water Filters, our sponsor tonight. They create bottles, they create containers, little filter you put it into your water, makes it crystal clear. I use it, it's been pretty awesome. Not the worst thing to have with you, especially if you're a good outdoorsman. So thank you for tagging along with us tonight, and big shout out to them for sponsoring this race. Current leader still, Alex Bahiri. Looks like he may have done the same thing as Andrew Smith, who is falling back on used tires. This race will transition from sundown to night. They did qualify in the daytime. It's looking as we have come across for the 16th straight green flag lap. Houston blinking a little bit. Some other movers in the field. Matthew Galt is rounding up those tires, and he is up 5 spots now after hanging back for a little bit. Greg Pillar right behind him in that 90 car. Winner of our giveaway 2 weeks, some Sparco Racing gloves fit just right. Planning to do another giveaway for those. Thank you, Sparco, for giving us the hookup. Right behind him, Bobby Kyle. And we will head back up front as we got some pretty crazy racing going on behind the leaders. And as I've said before, almost your favorite every week to win a race. Bill Stringfellow using those tires now. Waited until everybody started to fall off a little bit. Right behind Alex Bahiri, fighting for the 3rd position. He has found his groove. And looks like we got a little bit of screen flickering. Shouldn't hurt anything too much. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. We are broadcasting every Wednesday and Thursday. Did a little coverage for our good friends over at Fleeger Farms Television on Monday night in the James Wagner Welding Gen 6 series. So I got them mixed up a little bit because I do their truck series on Wednesday, and it's also sponsored. If you need any welding needs in the North Wilkesboro area of North Carolina, reach out to James Wagner's Welding and make sure you guys get that service taken care of. Alex Bahiri falling back a little bit. Looks like Bill is going to take his inside going into 1. Coming out of 2 here. Looks like he is clear. Ooh, maybe he gave Alex a little bump there with the right rear of that car. Looks like Alex might have bumped just a hair off that wall. No one out of the race though. Does look like Mike Chivers may have made a mistake. He is falling off the pace just a little bit. Little bit of damage to the left front of that car. Don't see anything on the ticker. We're gonna go back and have that for you. Looks like, yeah, him and Chris Melton are just trying to find the same spot, but no real estate for either one. No penalty, no caution for either of them, and Mike's going to be a little bit off the pace here. Back up front, Dakota Camper here, leading your pack with Bill Stringfellow on for the hunt. We are 21 laps into this 100-lap race here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Home to me, home to a lot of great NASCAR drivers. Most racing teams find themselves homed in North Carolina. You had Martin Truex Jr., who won his championship when they were, pretty good contender for a while when he was racing over out of Denver, Colorado for a smaller team. Little bit of support from Joe Gibbs Racing, and he eventually go on his way to find himself in a JGR car. Gonna be sad to see him go if he decides to retire this year, but I can tell you now, none of our drivers here in ASDR are retiring yet. They are full board, on board for this battle that's about to ensue between Bill Stringfellow and Dakota Camper. Don't want to focus too much on the leaders tonight. Want to work around all your fan favorites. Josh Anderson here in the 07 got a little bit of space. Rocking the position he started in that 7th position also in the 07. Greg Pillar does look like he is chased down. Blake Witowski. Blake burning up those tires at the beginning of this run. Matthew Galt and Mr. Greg. Matthew already making his way around. Greg working that inside corner or inside edge to get around him. And this does not look good for Blake as everyone's just going to follow through here. He's also going to lose a position to Andrew Smith, who fell back from the beginning of this race. He was all the way up into the top 3 and was burned him up too soon. Chris Melton here, a little bit of damage earlier with Mike Chivers. Looks like he's got it all squared away. Fighting for positions right behind these folks. Jim H. Jones here in the little 3-pack. It's him, good old Mr. Larry Freeman, and Mike Chivers, battling for some spots back here. May believe and sure believe, I do think Mike has worked himself back up and gathered 2 positions. Back up front here, Dakota is still leading this race. He has led about 13 laps, 14 laps here. He is your current points leader here in this series, up 5 points on our 2nd place right now. We will roll the point standings for you again during this race when these guys are done hitting pit road. And since we are green flag, no pit stops yet, why don't we roll through the field a little bit once I can figure out where all my good old cameras are at. So, first place driver right now, Dakota Camper, hails from the great state of Virginia. Currently leading your race. Looks like he's building a little bit of gap on Bill Stringfellow right now. Talking about the man, good old Alabama man. Try and fix his number so you guys know what he is running tonight. He is currently running in the 2nd position, followed by Alex. Alex working his way back up to the bumper there. Good old 2nd place, Bill Stringfellow. Alex Bahiri right behind him in that 20 Dunkin' Donuts Chevrolet. 4th place, Chris Barker, hailing from North Wilkesboro. Got a good group of guys out here that hail from the great state of North Carolina and that beautiful North Wilkesboro County. Moving on, John Houston in the 5th position, down 3 spots, but still holding a top 5. 55 of Ryan Gomes from, okay, there it goes, loads for me. Arcata, California, Arcata, California. He is rocking that number 55 in the 6th position, currently up 6 spots. Josh Anderson here, 7th from Wilburton, Oklahoma, and he has a bunch of guys under that, so those must mean teammates. Matthew Gall out of the great state of Texas in that 78 is up 7 positions in the 8th spot. Chris Melton here out of amazing, beautiful Florida is sitting in the 9th spot. He is currently up the same and tied for the biggest mover with Matthew Gall up 7 spots. Greg Pillar, North Waterboro, Maine, slightly a talented driver, is up 3 spots into that 10th, and he is rocking and rolling on those tires, saved him up for the end of this run. Bobby Kyle in the 77 Toyota is currently in 11th. Andrew Smith in 12th, and that 4 car has found his way back a little bit from the start. Blake Witowski using up those tires a little too early in this run. He is currently in the 13th position, down 8 spots. Casey Ellis behind him in the 14th position, up 3 spots. Hails from Mount, well, it depends how you say it. I say Carmel. I'm from Idaho. Caramel sometimes, but he's from Mount Carmel, Pennsylvania. Little known fact, he finished 5th place in the 2024 VRX World Cup in the 00 Chevrolet, hailing from North Wilkesboro as well, Stephen Shue. Mike Chivers right now, currently down 2 spots, but in the 16th after taking a little bit of damage from the tangle with, where'd he go? Chris Melton. There he is. He's up too many spots. I couldn't find him on here. Larry Fairman, just down 8 spots, rocking and rolling from the back of this thing. Jim H. Jones taking some service here. And we are back up front with your leader, Dakota Camper. Larry Fairman is going to go a lap down here during this pit stop. Dakota created about a 1.3 second gap. Bill have waited just a little too long. He is starting to fall back as well. Currently in 3rd, battling off Chris Barker and John Houston. Alex McGee here in 2nd place. Looks like he's got himself a little bit of a gap too. See what's going on here. Oh, camera flip, gotta love it. iRacing doesn't just pick when it goes. 3rd place here, Bill Stringfellow trying to fight off these 2. We're gonna go on board here with your top 3 finisher from last night, Chris Barker, and we're gonna rock a lap with him. Currently working that wheel, trying to get the inside on Bill. Bill diamonding into the corner just a little bit. Car looks a little tight on entry. Not getting all the way to that blue and white stripe on the bottom that gives you a little extra grip in these cars. If you guys hear anything banging, just my phone, nothing to worry about too much. Thank you all for tuning in today. And thank you, American Sheepdog, for letting me roll some broadcasting tonight. Working on some A games so that we can get better casting going for everybody here in the future. Josh Anderson finds himself about 4 seconds behind, and he is in 6th place right now. So this field of John Houston, Chris Barker, Bill Stringfield, Alex Beery, and Dakota have rolled themselves away from the front of this field. Behind them, Andrew Smith. I do think I hear some pit road takers. Looks like Matthew Gall took to pit road. Ryan Gomes has not yet. Or maybe yep, he did. He did. He already came in. Matthew Gall came in. Shivers might have pitted the lap before. And Larry Fairman has already pitted as well. Not sure when these leaders are going to come in quite yet. Dakota's got himself a pretty good gap, so even if he makes a slight mistake when he is down pit road, shouldn't see anybody passing him for the effective lead. I'm sure pit stops are coming here shortly. And I would take you guys on a beautiful, beautiful version of Crank It Up, but these guys are so spread out right now. That's not going to be a good time, except for Bill Stringfellow's little group. They're having a good time. Big gap to the back. Bill pulling away again. Not sure what kind of trickery he is pulling tonight. Lets him go. Catches back up. Alex Bahiri here in the 2nd spot. No pitting yet from your top 5. Chris Melton in 6th. Not taking a pit road quite yet. Josh Anderson right behind him. Mike Shivers is trying to roll back up. He is a lap down. Not sure why timing and scoring did not show that till just now, but Mike is a lap down. Pretty sure he did finally take that pit stop, so he's on fresher tires than the leaders. Looking to split this race into thirds. Do you think your leaders are gonna roll this thing out to lap 42? Dakota coming out of that beautiful arc in the front stretch. Don't see anyone too crazy yet. Greg Pillar and these folks have found themselves about 10 seconds off of the leader. Dakota still rolling some pretty good laps. Ran a 31.36 this last time. Group of 4 right here. Josh Anderson, Greg Pillar, Bobby Kyle, Andrew Smith. Excuse me, just Bobby Kyle. These 3 are fighting for position right now. I think the smart thing would be for one of them to go down pit road, maybe make up some of that time. Bill is currently trying to fight off John Houston. Andrew Smith here and Blake Witowski are going to take the pit road, and our true pit road cycle is going to start. Steven Shue rounding these guys out. We'll see if Dakota Camper stays out, and he does. In fact, your 2nd place guy right now, Alex Bahiri, effective on track, has decided to pit, maybe trying to get that 1 lap fresher tires than Dakota, as Dakota and Bill do decide to stay out. Dakota is on no man's land right now, though. He is just chilling, currently has a 5-second gap back to 2nd place. Oh, that is not the right one. Let's see here. Well, iRacing decided not to show us that before Dakota makes his way down. He's going to check up for speed. John Houston is going to take over a 1st place, though. Bill Stringfellow and Chris Barker both down for pit road service here. Alex Bahiri just left pit road, so he will try and wind that thing up, try and catch these guys. 2nd place right now, Chris Melton and Greg Pillar following him. Greg did take, I believe, might have pitted. We'll see here on this lap. If he doesn't come in this lap, he's really stretching these fuel runs. He's on, he'd be on 43 laps of fuel. I heard 42 was the max. Does look like Greg is staying out, so he did pit. Dakota is currently making his way out of pits. Mistaken on my part, everybody. Greg Pillar is your new leader of this race. He's currently rocking in first place. If I could click the right human being. He is currently out on old tires. He has a 30-second gap to Dakota Camper, who's your effective race leader. Chris Melton and John Houston are down pit road. So maybe Greg was doing just enough to save some fuel at the beginning of this race. It does look like we do have a crash, though. We're going to go back and watch this. Maybe he got on the gun just a little too much. This is on board with Chris Barker. Looks like he gasses it up. Saves it. Let's go a little faster. Oh, gets in. Oh, just gets loose. Slams that inside wall. There are no fast repairs in this, so hopefully he can get that all fixed up. Make his way back to the track. Greg is going to take the pit. Get that lap lead bonus, though. So he's going to get 1 point for that. Dakota Camper is going to take over the effective lead of this race, and he is also going to put Larry back down that lap that he was down before. Larry only down 1 lap, though, not too bad. He gets caution here. He is in the lucky dog spot. Our race control, I know, at this point is probably falling asleep. Rev, if you're out there, please wake up. Just want to make sure you're alive. Know that that caution probably didn't need to be thrown, so we're good on that. Roughneck Racing Network, love seeing you guys. Need to work together to try and get our Monday and Wednesday races on both channels. I think that would be an awesome next step as we rock it out. You guys get viewers, we get viewers, we all get subs, everybody gets a sub. Ooh, Subway sounds good. Anyways, your leader right now, Dakota Camper. Currently, Ryan Gomes is in the second position. He either had a great pit stop or he hasn't pitted yet. Don't think he's pitted yet. Alex Bahiri here, currently in third. Looks like Ryan is trying to pull the fuel method on a 2-stop, but you just lose, or 1-stop. He's just losing too much time right here. Bill Stringfellow in 4, created a huge gap to Matthew Gall on that pit stop, and a lot of your field right now is separated. Matthew Gall here going into 3, currently up 10 positions, tied with Ryan Jones for your biggest mover, and Chris Melton, who is also up 10 positions. 3-way tie for that biggest mover, as we are 48 laps of 100 into the Epic Water Filters 150 here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Josh Anderson right behind him, rocking in the 7th position. Blake Witowski, currently your 8th place sitter right now. Babysitting that position, doesn't want to fall off like he did the last run. John Houston, after some mix-ups down pit road, finds himself in the 9th. Andrew Smith rounds out your top 10. See if we can find a battle on track here. Everyone seems to be a little separated. Jim H. Jones still found his way back onto the track. Do see right now that your leader and Alex Beer in 2nd place did run the same last lap time, but there's a storm of brewing right behind him. Ryan Gomes, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say Ryan Gomes did pit. We do know that Ryan is a 2-tire guy. He will take 2 tires to make up some positions. Not a bad idea here, especially with the tire fall off. It seems to be pretty quick if you're overdriving it too much. Bill trying to chase these guys down right now here in the 4th spot. Goes on the inside of Larry, who gives him enough space on the outside lane. Our closest battle right here on track is currently Chris Melton and Josh Anderson, currently battling for that 6th position. Josh still rocking in 7th. Started in 7th. Maybe he just needs to change his number to 1, and maybe he'll just hang out in 1st place. So nothing too crazy battle-wise. Steven Shue and Mike Chivers here are your next closest battle, along with Casey Ellis. Casey Ellis trying to battle with Chivers for that spot. I think Chivers got a little wide there. See if we can get Dakota's beautiful car. Currently your leader of most of this race. We are just over halfway and the Epic Water Filters 150 here. Want to thank our good old guys over at Moser Racing. Hooked us up plenty of times. And our good friends that you'll see in the top right of the screen throughout some of the race with Rev Sim Shop and Green Man Gaming on board. Currently, if you go down into the comments, or not comments, but details, links for at least Green Man Gaming, Noma, and good old Epic Water Filters are down there. Get your Epic Water Filters there and get a hugely discounted version of Assassin's Creed Odyssey now at Green Man Gaming for currently at $13.99. Use all our links here, helps us out, and we try to do the best to pick stuff that we actually use. So if you're on board out there, you want to sponsor maybe these guys. You guys want to do one of the races, $10. We charge $10 for a race sponsor. Nothing too crazy. Put whatever you want, as long as it's cleanly. Okay, everybody. As long as it's okay, nothing crazy. None of the corn tube or anything like that. Okay. You guys want to sponsor a race? Let us know. We also, upcoming, are currently working on a kids race. So stay tuned for that. We are working out some sponsors for some free toys for the kiddos. We are looking to make it a family race. So wives, if you're out there, we are going to be giving away a wife prize. So we will have a wife registration or significant other. Because we accept everyone around here. If you have a significant other that races in this league or in Roughneck Racing, we will make sure that you get the sign-up link, and you don't even have to race. You can show up and race if you want to with the kiddos, but even if you don't want to race, we're going to be giving away a $200 gift card to Bed Bath & Beyond, and you can use it on their website. So make sure you guys are doing that. Make sure you guys get all signed up. And once we get all the details for you next week when we hit Homestead, Miami, over there in the beautiful state of Florida. Andrew Smith here, currently in 10th, going on the inside here of Larry. Larry just bounces off the wall just a hair. Right in front of him, your closest battle on track is John Houston and Blake. Doesn't look like John's had too many blinking problems when we've been around him. But make sure we see another battle on track between some fan favorites of Steven Shu and a great member around here of ASDR, now a admin of the league in Steven Shu. I do want to say Chris Barker is still on pit road taking repairs. He's down 15 spots after that horrendous exit of pit road and the incident that ensued that. Race is going by fast. Little bit of a race update. Dakota Camper in the number 3 has dominated most of this race. Bill Stringfellow having a hard time catching him. He's currently sitting in 3rd and trying to reel in Alex Beery is currently in 2nd. Rest of the story, pretty easy. No cautions this race. We are 60 laps in. We haven't seen a caution yet. These guys will have to pit again. So pretty sure we are going to see one more stop probably here in the next 20-ish to 30-ish laps. Ryan Gomes took a leap of faith though. He went in, took 2 tires on his last pit stop, and he made up a bunch of positions on these guys. Great call by that great Cat team and the beautiful crew chief of that number 55 Caterpillar. Matthew Gall, looking great, man. Currently sitting in 5th. Holding out Chris Melton here. They're both battling for that biggest mover, but they both get it. We'll just say happy hallelujah to both of them. They're followed by the 07 of Josh Anderson. This is a 3-place battle right now. Looks like Gall is just going to give it up to Melton. Gets a little loose on exit here. You guys are in the chat. this is your first time hanging out with us here at American Sheepdog or K&S Sim Productions, please leave a like and a subscription here. We are live on Wednesdays with the James Wagner Welding truck series over at Roughneck Racing, who is a great sister league here at American Sheepdog Racing. And I am happy to say that I am now covering Thursday races here at American Sheepdog Racing at K&S Sim Productions. Happy to be partners with these leagues. Run a just let me know. I'm the current container of everything. I know Chris in the comments, he is the gentleman earlier that had a huge bump coming out of here in pit road. It's about, please, if I would love to see it at Homestead. We need some lip rippers up on that Kyle Larson line there at Homestead. And I know we will see you on Wednesday night for the James Wagner Welding Truck Series presented by Roughneck Racing. Right now, Casey Ellis, currently sitting in that 14th spot, just goes a lap down. He is currently your lucky dog candidate. Right in front of him is Steven Shue here in that 00. Trying to run away from the leader. Oh, Larry, or not Larry. JMH Jones up into that wall. Right near your leader. Leader gets by him unscathed. Pretty sure Jones was just trying to give him some space coming out of the corner. Jones not lifting enough to make that corner. But if you guys don't know, every Wednesday, that if you're a broadcaster looking for any kind of work, looking for an affiliation with, leave me a comment in the chat. We'll message after the race and you can hop on board. Even if you just want to commentate, I'd be happy to work out a little bit so you can get your first time broadcasting if you don't want to do all the buttons and all the goodies. So thank you guys for joining us here for the Epic Water Filters 150. Link down in the description is a beautiful water. Here. Looks like we're skipping a little bit. That's not good. My computer's hating us right now. This 1440p. Dashboard over from him. Great guy, handles our RC on Thursday night. We don't know what RC stands for. It stands for race control. Can't do it without him. We are starting some pit stops here. It looks like Matthew Gall is taken to pit road. Mike Chivers has found his way there. Gonna be his last. And I am seeing some pretty crazy skipping going on. So I don't know if that's the server, but currently, right now, Alex Beery is down 5 seconds to your leader. Dakota just taking away with it, lapping as many cars as he can. Alex Beery here. Oh no. Uh-oh. Well, folks, give me just a second. Looks like my live timing, there we go, decided to freeze up. If there's anything going on, I'm gonna check the broadcast real quick and make sure that we're still squared away. Looks like we are skipping a little bit here. That's never a good sign, everybody. Might have updid the settings a little too much. I was messing around with OBS today. Not something that I think I should be doing right before a race, but let me know if it's bad though. If you're sitting there watching tonight, please let me know if the skipping has been bad throughout the race. We tried a new server as well tonight just to see how it affected versus our US East Ohio. Check some numbers. Green Man Gaming, if you're ever looking for product keys for PC, Xbox, or PlayStation, hit up. They have a deal, and that was not a good skip. Sorry about this, folks. Some technical issues. As Chris Melton, who was sitting in the second. That was weird. All right, Alex Bahiri here, currently in the 11th spot. Sorry, folks, I'm trying to balance this out as we go. See if there's anything I can do to... Doesn't look like we have any drop frames. Oh, yeah, there it goes again. It's my mic. Yeah, folks. If I do go, I will make the stream keep going. I don't know what's going on with the computer. It's... Check it real quick. I don't know, a little tasty there. Thanks for the heads up, Rev. Appreciate you. So, maybe it doesn't like the day to night cycle, Rev. Maybe that's the problem we're having. Your current leader right now, Josh Anderson, sitting in that 07. He's gonna get a point for leading a lap at least. Try and build up some more of those points. And as we talk about points, we will bring up your points. Oop, that is not points. There they go. Your points right now, as of yesterday, Dakota Camper, who is leading this race, currently in first spot, 207. Chris Melton, 202. And Chris Phillips, who did not make the race, is in third at 181. You can look down the list. A lot of close battles through the end of this. Your current points leader is fighting for is going to take his way to the front of this pack. We're not getting greatness right now here, folks. So, I will take this off real quick. You guys might see a little bit of goofiness on the screen for just a minute. We're going to turn off some settings. Sorry if it affects the broadcast at all. Want to make sure that we're giving you guys the best we can here. Also make sure that you guys see the end of this race. So we're going to try and stick with that for now. Get that going. Bring your tick. Our current leader, Steven Shute, is going to take to pit road. I think iRacing Live Timing is being the butthead right now. So, let's see here. Tower, Steven's going to come down. During pit stops, though, Dakota did make it out in first. Bill Stringfellow, though, skips over Alex Bahiri. Maybe with that two-tire strategy that Ryan Gomes did earlier, he makes up a lot of time here on Dakota Camper. I don't know if those tires are going to last around too much. Than Dakota and Bill. So, if you guys are hearing any craziness on the broadcast, like the mic skipping out or anything, I apologize. We're having some technical difficulties during this race tonight, but we are going to stay. guys hear any scratching. Had a little tickle on my... Yeah, I don't know what's going on. So, not quite sure what's going on here, folks. See if I can figure out what is going on. Bill has caught him by about 3.5 tenths over these last couple laps while I was being a dungus. Alex Bahiri currently sitting in the 3rd spot. Ryan Gomes is up 8 positions from the start of this race. He's currently sitting in 4th. John Houston currently in 5th. Matthew Gall and Chris Melton battling it out super hard for this biggest mover of the race. Blake Witowski, down 3 spots from the start, is in the top 10, running in 8th in that 31 Chevrolet. Greg Pillar, currently up 4 spots from the beginning of this. He is in the 9th position in that 90 Ford. Right behind him, Andrew Smith just got lapped by Mr. Dakota Camper. So Dakota has lapped all the way up to 10th position as he is doing everything he can to put as much traffic between him and Bill Stringfellow. Stephen Schuer. There we go. If it would stop, that'd be great. Back up front here, though. Dakota. We're gonna try something real quick, folks. That's why you don't mess with stuff during this right before the stream, guys. You don't want it to do what I did. We didn't have any issues throughout the week until we got here. So all right, folks, took a quick little break there. Nothing too crazy. All right, and we are back. Right now, does look like we have a storm of brewing. Bill is falling off of Dakota's pace here. Dakota was up about 25/100ths of a second that last lap. Alex Bahiri here, currently sitting in the 3rd position. Ryan Gomes, currently sitting in that 4th spot in the 55 Caterpillar. John Houston, looking to defend this position from Chris Melton as they head into 1. See if my camera's even saved from earlier. They did not, so no bueno. Apologies. All right, folks, we are back. Currently watching Bill. Restroom break right there. Alex Bahiri off in no man's land. He's currently 3.5 seconds behind Bill. So we could see Alex taking a second podium tonight. Last night, your winner there at Charlotte in the James Wagner Welding Truck Series, presented by Roughneck Racing. Want to thank all of you guys for tuning in, checking out the Epic Water Filters 150. I know they appreciate it. We appreciate it. Love having a crowd here. Make sure you like and subscribe for all good racing and some good edited videos. So, did a few projects that got taken care of. Does look like Jim H. Jones, little loose. We've ran this entire race caution free, and we hope that it stays that way. We are 8 laps to go on here with Dakota Camper, and this next time around, I think it would be a good idea if we hop on board with him as he shows us a lap here at Charlotte. And we are going to run some more on board, because as you can see, Dakota is shifting, and I want to see if Bill and Dakota are doing the same thing. So I really hope it hasn't been on best time this entire race. If it has, I so apologize. Pretty wacky race since our issues. Bill is not shifting, so that's the difference between your second place and your third place. As Dakota is shifting through the corners, Bill is not. So that might be the huge difference as to why Dakota is running away. Alex Beery, your third place runner, is shifting in the corners. Coming through the front stretch. Chris Melton, not shifting. John Houston, not shifting. Right behind him, Ryan Gomes, currently up 6 spots, is shifting. Matthew Gall, not shifting. Andrew Smith, not. Blake Witowski, not. Greg Pillar, rounding out your top 10, is your final non-shifter of the race. Back on board. Like I said, pretty scapegoated for Dakota. Bill has not had the opportunity to try and catch him. So, as long as this thing can stay clean and there are no cautions, pretty good race here from Dakota. Trying to tie up that points lead, get a bigger gap to the guy in second, and run away with this. We are only going to have 3 races left in the season. Next week, we will be at Homestead in Miami. Following that, we will be at Texas Motor Speedway. And to round out the season, we will be capping it off at the high speed track of Michigan. Next season, we will see a Tuesday series join us here at ASDR. It will be our Indy ARCA series with the DW12s and the ARCA cars. We'll be running a 10-race schedule beginning in October 1st to be precise. If you guys are interested in doing that, you're interested in joining anything that we run over here, whether it be American Sheepdog with the Cup Series, or their Indy ARCA series that are beginning to start, or if you are looking for anything on the Roughneck side with the Monday Gen 6 series and the Wednesday Truck Series, go ahead, join those Discords, look up Roughneck Racing as we hit the final lap, and ASDR if you are looking for them, and leave a comment or leave a message in the comments if you're interested. Dakota Camper takes the white flag. There is going to be no yellow on this. He is going to go on here. reel it into 3, coming out of 4. No trouble behind him. Your winner here of the Epic Water Filters 150, Dakota Camper, followed by second place as he's wiggling for fuel there, Bill Stringfellow, and Alex Beery just misses out on second in that third position. And we will have all of your interviews coming up shortly. We got a few, looks like Greg Pillar blew up. Oh, there he goes, right into the wall. That's never good to see. So, don't know what happened quite there. And we are going to have all the results here up for you. Show you what's going on. And your winner tonight, Dakota Camper, followed by Bill Stringfellow, Alex Bahiri, and Chris Melton. John Houston rounds out your top 5. We have interviews shortly coming up. Make sure we get this all squared away. Get these guys drugged down into the Discord that I am not in right now. So we'll get that all squared out. If you see anything like that on the screen, apologies. Just forgot to do it when I reset the computer for this race tonight. And let's see here. Broadcast booth. You're going to hear me a lot right now. We're going to get John Houston down here. Or wrong person. Not John Houston. Your third place finisher. Alex Bahiri. Sorry, guys. A lot of frustration from the race tonight. Do not see Dakota. And I do not see... Oh, there they are. Pull Bill down here into the interview poll. And your final one. Get Dakota down here so he can tell you guys how to race this track. All right. So, tonight, your third place finisher was Alex Bahiri. See if the results can tie up in here as we get him here in the booth. Had a little bit of a strange run at the beginning of this. But your third place finisher tonight here, Alex Bahiri, 2 nights in a row on the podium, man. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
That's it?
Yeah, I'm just tired today. But it is nice to be up here
How was...
twice in a row.
Oh, what the heck is going on? Hold on just a sec.
And you might be lagging because I can't hear you.
Oh, let's see here. Can you hear me now? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. Might have been mic problems throughout some of the night. I think I was having. So the broadcast was skippy-scappy. Anyways, how was the Cup tonight compared to the Truck Series from last night?
Well, you could definitely make the car feel good longer than the truck. I feel like it really took a lot of laps until you really had to start slowing down more and more and more. Like we were running sub 31s for a long time until like the very end there. Felt pretty good in the dirty area. All you really had to do was a downshift, and then it was kind of hook in the turn. But overall, it felt pretty good.
Well, before I let you thank everybody out there that you need to thank, we had no time to roll our famous commercial tonight because you guys ran 100 laps, green flag, start to finish. So I'll let you go on, thank all of those sponsors and friends and family, and the floor is yours.
Thank you to Lincoln Logs for the best commercial ever in sim racing. Okay. Shout out to James Wagner. Shout out to Dakota for his win. He had a really good run. Shout out to John Houston, all the admins at ASDR, and Dunkin' Donuts. Please sponsor me. And yeah, it's a pretty fun race.
Well, congratulations on your back-to-back podiums over the 2 nights of racing we've had Wednesday and today, and we look forward to seeing you up here shortly in the near future.
Yes, sir.
All right, folks, and your second place finisher tonight, Mr. Bill Stringfellow. definitely wanted a points battle for this series choice for next season. But Bill, Dakota is on a rampage right now, man. How how are is the rest of this field going to catch up to him?
Um, well, Charlotte is one of his favorite tracks. I know that, and that's one of my. I hate this track. I always have, and I always will. I hate racing here. I burn the right front off more than I need to. Um, it'd be interesting. Dakota's always a consistent person. He's a great driver. Good friend of mine. So I always enjoy running with him, and he always puts up a good fight for the win. So we're gonna have to be on our game in order to keep up with him next season.
Well, we're on to Homestead next week. Pretty got a multiple grooves that you can run there. Do you got a plan of attack for next week when we go to Homestead?
Absolutely none so far. Hopefully, be able to save some tire and make it to the end of the race. Just starting to get back in the swing of things after going through everything I've gone through. So it's good to finally be sitting back in the rig and racing more consistent.
Well, congratulations on the podium. And the most important part of being on the podium is being able to thank whoever you need to thank. So the floor is yours.
Well, thanks to all the admins and you for broadcasting, putting up the broadcast with us and all, and putting up the sessions for us and all now. And thanks to my wife and my little sister and all my family that lives with me here at our new house. They've had to help me out a lot after my surgery and with sitting with me in the hospital and stuff like that. So it's good to get the chance to thank them properly on a broadcast now. And hopefully going forward here, we can put it back in victory lane a few times. And thanks everyone for all the clean racing tonight. It was good to go caution free.
Well, congratulations to you, Bill, on your second place finish tonight here at Charlotte. And we look forward to seeing you next week at Homestead right up here in the booth.
Thank you. I hope to see you too.
Cool. See you later. And your winner of the night is on a tear. I mean, this man is on an absolute tear this season with the points. I knew luck kind of fell into the beginning of your points run, Dakota, but as time has moved on, you have shown that you can win races even when Bill is back in this field. How does it feel, man? How does the win here and the Epic Waters Filter 150 at Charlotte feel for you?
Yeah, any win at Charlotte's a good win. This is my favorite track. It's by far my best track. I've raced Bill here several times, and this is one of the few places where I probably got his number. Anywhere else he's probably got me, but this is the one track that I just have a knack for. Was able to save the right front. Kind of didn't push it too hard on the beginning, and as the run went along, there was some interesting strategy that I kind of played off of the others. Because I assumed they were going to pit earlier than they did, so I was able to I was running faster because I had saved my tires, so I just stayed out as long as they did. So, it paid off in the long run, and that last run, I waited till everybody pitted, and then I pitted the next lap and come out in the lead and just drove away.
Well, man, we are headed to Homestead next week. Bill said he has no plan for the track yet. Do you have a plan going into next week when we hit Homestead, Miami?
Yeah, next week. No, actually, let's see. I got a vacation coming up, and I think next week I'll be able to race. I was thinking it was next week. Let me see. No, when is so next week's Homestead. I think I'll be here. As far as plan for that, no, I'll have to figure it out because sometimes you run the bottom and sometimes you run the top, and I don't know. I'll have to run some laps and see, but we'll just play it as it goes, and hopefully we can come away with the top 5 and gain some more points.
Well, congratulations on winning here tonight at Charlotte. The most important thing, especially when you end up here in the booth every week, you get to thank all those friends, families, sponsors, anybody you want to, and the floor is yours, my friend.
Yeah, I want to thank Gathering Place Church for being on the car. We got check us out on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. on YouTube and Facebook. Also, my parents tune into my Twitch stream every week, so they watch, and my mom's she considers herself my crew chief, so it's always fun having them in the chat, and Bill, always a good teammate, fun to race with, clean driver. Always helps me out. He's a big reason I'm as fast as I am. If it wasn't for Bill, I probably wouldn't be winning. But yeah, you guys up in the booth and running the league. This is a fun league, and hopefully we can finish out the season strong.
Well, good talking to you once again, Dakota. Look forward to hopefully talking to you again next week on the podium, and you have a great night, man.
Absolutely, you too.
All right, folks. Well, that's going to wrap it up here in the American Sheepdog Racing Cup Series on Thursday nights. Catch us next week here, same time at Homestead. We are going to shake up the weather just a little bit for these guys. Don't like leaving a little bit of static. My name's Kai Schappert. I am a part of K&S Sim Productions. If you need any broadcasting needs, please feel free to hit us up. Let us know your racing needs or your broadcasting needs. Have a great night, everybody.